30 laps the distance for the Barefield Speedway Late Models. Here part of the Summer Shootout 2013. Starting grid's going to look like this. Jesse Oplinger in the Spectator Special going to start in the pole in car number 47. Neil Richardson going to go in car number 33 from the outside. Steve Chrisman going to start third in car number 85. Fourth going to be the 2 of Derek Hoffman. Fifth, the 88 of Al Cook Jr. And the 34 of Oliver Fitzwater will round out your top half dozen starters. Seventh will be Dean Cook. Eighth, Tommy Cook. Ninth, going to be the 44, John Gatton Jr. 10th, Joe Kuhnberger. 11th, Alex Vondero. 12th, Stephen Derwin. 13th, Billy Auger. 14th, going to be the 5M of Paul Mason. Green flag out for 30 laps here at Barefield Speedway. Flagman Scott Stovall holds out the green flag. Something on that start he did not like. Caution come bang out. We'll try it again. Back to green. 30 laps the distance still to go here with the late models. Side by side, the field works down the back straightaway. Jesse Oplinger, Neil Richardson, your front row. Richardson in that high lane, trying to be your leader at lap 1. Still side by side as they were on the pace lap. Your leader is Neil Richardson. Oplinger second, Hoffman third, Chrisman fourth. Battle still for fifth. Al Cook Jr. and Oliver Fitzwater still beating on one another. Meanwhile, up front, Neil Richardson solidifies himself as your race leader. Richardson the leader. Oplinger drops in line to second. Now Hoffman sits in third. Hoffman trying to rebound his season. Has yet to win here this year as the late models are on the 3/8 mile in trouble. Alex Vondero in car number 11 spins it around in corners number 1 and 2. Caution flag out once again. Tough break for the car number 11 of Alex Vondero. Double file restart, just a couple of laps completed here with the Barefield Speedway Late Models. Jesse Oplinger on the inside, Neil Richardson on the outside, Derek Hoffman third, Steve Chrisman fourth, back to green. Oliver Fitzwater fifth, Dean Cook sixth, Al Cook Jr. seventh, John Gatton Jr. sitting in that number 8 position. Oplinger gets the race lead as they head down the back straightaway, 3 wide. Hoffman, Chrisman, and another car going 3 wide for a second. Oliver Fitzwater, the opening night feature winner, feeling racy in that machine, but he's going to fall back in line. Dean Cook down to the inside of Steve Chrisman. John Gatton Jr. in the 44 trying to follow suit as well. Al Cook Jr. stuck back in traffic. But step on back, there's still one double file. Up front, Oplinger trying to hold that position ahead of the 33 of Neil Richardson. Richardson now, he gets a peek to the inside. Oplinger gets crossed up a little bit. He's going to drift it a little high. Richardson trying to get the spot once again, but to no avail. Neil Richardson picked up the feature win last time we raced the stock cars back on June the 8th. Trying to get the race lead here away from the Spectator Special of Jesse Oplinger. Derek Hoffman sitting in the catbird seat in that number 3 position. Don't count out the 34 of Oliver Fitzwater. He sits in the 4th spot. He won here on opening night. Top 4 cars all under a blanket. Richardson still side by side with Oplinger down the back straightaway. Oplinger still holding strong in that high lane, but Richardson trying to nose ahead. That time by Oplinger still holds the lead ahead of Neil Richardson. Derek Hoffman still sitting in 3rd, biding his time, holding off his position ahead of the 34 of Oliver Fitzwater. Now Richardson gets some momentum, headed through the corners 3 and 4. Neil Richardson back to the lead by himself. Now the battle for second as Derek Hoffman tries to get around Oplinger. Oplinger off the top of the racetrack. He takes that car pit side. Oplinger takes that car to the pit area. Put Hoffman into 2nd. Put Fitzwater up into 3rd. Gatton 4th. Al Cook Jr., he's into the top 5. Richardson, Hoffman, your top 2. Dean Cook has joined the fight. He currently sits in 6th. Single file formation throughout most of the field here in the late model class. Neil Richardson in car 33 doing a good job holding off the 2 machine of Derek Hoffman. Hoffman was the 2012 Barefield Speedway Late Models track champion. Hoffman second, Fitzwater third. Fitzwater with a renewed vigor here in 2013 as he already has 1 feature win and he wants more. He gets crossed up a little bit as John Gatton Jr. makes a bid for the top 3. Gatton in that Barry Stroh, Fantastic Sam, Solar Tan, car number 44, once into the top 3. Side by side, he works with the 34 of Oliver Fitzwater. Al Cook Jr. trying to follow Gatton up to the inside. Dean Cook still 6th. Tommy Cook 7th. 8th spots, the 11 machine of Alex Vondero. He's having a good rally after spinning on the initial start. Side by side, the field continues to work. Now Hoffman, he takes a peek to the inside of Neil Richardson. John Gatton Jr. takes a peek to the inside of Oliver Fitzwater. That's the battle for 3rd. Gatton noses ahead, put Gatton into the number 3 position. Al Cook Jr. gonna follow suit. Al Cook Jr. trying to ride that back bumper of John Gatton Jr. up through the field. Hoffman takes another peek to the inside of Neil Richardson. That's still the battle for the lead. Headed down the back straightaway once again. Oliver Fitzwater gonna get shuffled. Oh, Fitzwater off the top of the racetrack. Fitzwater jumps the top of the racetrack but keeps it going. Now, John Gatton Jr. continuing to fight with the 88 machine of Al Cook Jr. Gatton looking like he wants more. Gatton 3rd. He makes a bid for 2nd in the outside lane. Put Gatton into the runner-up spot. But still, Derek Hoffman fights on the inside. Gatton clears him for 2nd. Gatton wants the lead on the outside of Neil Richardson. Your new leader this time by the 44, John Gatton Jr. John Gatton Jr., your leader. Neil Richardson 2nd. Al Cook Jr. sits 3rd. Fitzwater 4th. Battle is for 5th. Dean Cook trying to make a move on Derek Hoffman. Cook hits the inside of the racetrack, down the grass. Al Cook Jr. takes the race car. Neil Richardson still holds on to that runner-up spot. John Gatton Jr. continues to lead. Al Cook Jr. now goes to the inside of Neil Richardson. Put Al Cook Jr. up into 2nd. Fitzwater wants a top 3 spot. Down to the inside of Neil Richardson. Oliver Fitzwater is going to take 3rd. Tommy Cook in that 08 car has worked his way up into a top 5. Alex Vondero 6th. Derek Hoffman shuffled back to 7th. Dean Cook sits in 8th. 9th is the 85 of Steve Crispin. Battle is for 4th as Tommy Cook takes a peek to the inside of Neil Richardson in car number 33. Now Dean Cook. Make that Tommy Cook takes another peek to the inside of Neil Richardson. Neil still holds the spot. Neil slams the door down the front straightaway. Tommy Cook going to get the position as they come off of corner number 2. Here comes Vondero up to the inside. Alex Vondero trying to make a bid. Neil Richardson, he touches the top of the racetrack. Off he goes, kicking up some dirt. Tommy Cook and Alex Vondero both going to clear him down the front straightaway. Another lap is completed. A couple early bobbles, but the late models have definitely picked up some momentum here as they continue to click off laps. John Gatton Jr. still your race leader as they come by once again. Al Cook Jr. in car number 88, continuing to try to reel in the Barry Stroh, car number 44. Less than 10 laps to go for race leader John Gatton Jr., former track champion in this division. Battle back mid-pack. Dean Cook looks to the inside of Derek Hoffman. Neil Richardson trying to hold off both of these two cars. Dean with the preferred groove works the bottom to the inside. He goes to Hoffman. Now he wants the spot around the 33 of Neil Richardson. Side by side, Richardson and Hoffman continue to work. Meanwhile, the battle up front, John Gatton Jr. and Al Cook Jr. Less than a handful of laps remaining. Cook takes a peek to the inside of Gatton. Gatton slams the door. It's going to be a dogfight here in these last couple of laps. Cook again works his way down into the grass but keeps the car going. That costs him just a little bit of time. This time by. 2-lap signal goes in the air from flagman Scott Stovall. 2 more trips around the 3/8 mile. Gatton and Cook still your top 2. Less than a lap and a half remaining for Fort Wayne drivers John Gatton Jr. and Al Cook Jr. White flag goes in the air, this time by. Final trip around the track for Gatton and Cook. Cook has a fender on him. Cook takes a little bit of the fender to Gatton. Gatton gets crossed up a little bit. Al Cook Jr. with a run on him down the back straightaway. Side by side, they're going to work through corners number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Off of corner number 4, coming to the line. Cook and Gatton, it's going to be Gatton at the line. John Gatton Jr. takes the win over Al Cook Jr. in a photo finish. Wow, what a finish here in the late models. Fitzwater takes 3rd. Tommy Cook 4th. Alex Vonderow rounds out the top 5. What a finish tonight here in the Barefield Speedway late models as John Gatton Jr. extends his points lead with a win tonight.